like one of the most like misconceptions with business owners. It's like, how are you set up business wise? What election have you made? And like, oh, well, I'm an LLC. And I'm like, well, that's not a tax election. So just having the basics of, are you a C Corp, S Corp, sole prop, and all of those have a different fit on when you need to be one. There's many advantages of being a C Corp versus an S Corp and vice versa. There's not a right or wrong answer, but we want to make sure that we have the correct tax election for our business owners, from that level of thinking. And, there's pros and cons, and you need to make sure that we're utilizing the right one from a tax perspective from that level. And then making sure that we have the right retirement accounts put in place for them and whatnot. Whether it be a 401k or if you're a sole prop, then hey, let's put a solo 401k in, and then not to mention your spouse can actually participate on that as well to really beef up your retirement contributions and save on the tax if you're making really good money. Or for a C Corp, not to mention you can raise more capital in the future if you're really wanting to grow your business. And maybe we need to do that versus an S Corp. And then also you get the qualified small business election to be able to save on capital gains down the road if you do ever sell, which is now just got bumped up to $15 million election, which you can't do if you're an S Corp. So, these have like repercussions, on elections that you're making today. And, having that, personal CFO in your corner, making sure that we're looking at that, because there's a lot of good CPAs out there, but, CPAs kind of just get your returns and they're very reactive, and, they don't get those returns and they don't get your information back to you until the next year. So it's kind of too late to make those adjustments. So making sure that we're on top of everything, beforehand throughout the year to make sure that we're able to utilize that, because once December 31st at midnight happens, we got a new ball game. And in 2026, well, it's a brand new ball game, because the one big beautiful bill, there's a lot more changes coming down the pipeline that people need to be aware of. So we need to be able to take advantage of stuff that's going to expire this year and then get ready for the changes for next year. So there's some stuff that you may want to do this year versus doing next year, and vice versa, on when you want to time up certain action items.